Mary presents new Super Jano World Demo, Mary's Dreamland, etc., etc. 2025. Let's see if we can actually get text through this. Zhao Zhao is calm being Zhao Zhao, so Zhao Zhao can Zhao our or Zaucicity of Zoration of zeros, where zeros live Zazo. I'm not convinced that actually makes any sense. Kind of smurfy. Okay. That's empty. That's actually empty. Alright, that's weird. I'll put a marker down for that. Okay, that's a Yoshi replacement of some sort. Guess this means I can get a giraffe. Yeah, that's a giraffe. Huh. I don't need a terrifying giraffe right now, but thank you anyway. Home map is not open. Charlie Brown Jr. Fireplace sprite is buggy. I'll check in a moment. Oh, yeah, here we go. Dao was calm until he came across Rio de Janeiro. Be careful with the danger, deer. You like a good danger, deer. I'll go back and check. Ah, yes. Every hack must have wall jumping. My favorite of things. Actually, I wonder if I can do this. Absolutely pointless, but I'm glad I checked. That's the problem. I was always end up pressing over a little bit too early. And, okay. Didn't see that coming. Wink. Like the sudden and inexplicable sunglasses, but they were very cool while they lasted. Makes me think this is using one of the differenter character sprite things. Oh. Oh, right. Right, those are sprites, so they don't count for that purpose. Very odd. Nuts. Yeah, I couldn't see that. Try again, though. What's really annoying about having to have switched inputs again is that it's doing the flickery thing that I really do not like. I can't get rid of that without resetting or without going back to the Windows machine. Alright, there's a little bit of cutoff right there, but not a lot. Well, good. If I come in at a higher level, I can actually see the critter that landed on me. Beep. Let's see what this says. Pharmacist Monkey says, my dick is so big I can put it in my own ass. Well. Also, it's the world's slowest fish fountain. Not like you, fish fountain. Dang it. Such an odd thing to put in your hack. Yes, it did say crude language was going to be in this hack, so I guess I can't complain too much. But it's such an odd statement. I was also curious. Nope. Might be just one of those Brazilian things. I'm gonna assume it's Brazilian. Since the reference to Rio de Janeiro. I was hoping to keep at least one of my power-ups over here, but that's not happening. Okay, scroll the fishes up. I don't know where the ground is. Oh, that wasn't good. little bit rusty, I think. I did play the game rusty. It was far better than I was expecting. I know virtually nothing about PC 98 games. Got to play a couple of them when I was in Japan. Went to an independent games festival thing in Niigata. Which surprised anyone who I told. They were like, wait, why would you go there? The answer was because it was there. Okay. This time shall be different. I don't think these sunglasses are on the fire sprite. Well, now I just don't know. Also, stacked and or floating munchers. Positioning of those things is quite vexing. Oh, I get a power. Cool. And more stacked, more floating munchers. Actually, the height of it? Or does it just not want to scroll? No, I definitely have gone higher. Oop. There's definitely some weirdness around scrolling here. It's always funny when you see a fish just kind of fall out of the water. I've seen this many bonsai bills in one single place at the same time for a very long time. Okay. Oh, wait. I don't know why I thought that was gonna work that way. That was a terrible idea. Oh, I'm running out of time. One jump. Wait, what? What do you want? Oh, right. Man who forgets about wall jumping. Come on, big money, no whammies. Okay. I'll have to come back and see if I missed a dragon coin somewhere. Put a marker down for that. Fix this, hopefully. So we want to go back and look at the fireplace. Save. Oh good, it stopped. Yeah, I guess that fireplace looks funny. But that could be the look they're going for. It's hard to tell. But yeah, I suspect usually people put stuff behind it. You can also scroll up in this room, which looks a little bit weird. There's a little bit of cutoff. We'll put a marker down for that too. Just around the edges right there. Alright. Then the sunglasses. Because I want to know about the sunglasses. How many X's does it have? Not seeing or hearing a notification? I don't know. I think maybe you hit the timing just wrong. Being a little finicky. Finally, enough months to compete a deck of cards. Let's play 52 pickup. I like how at least one of those got rendered into a fish. Thank you, Kappa. 52 months. It is a long time. I do like the fish. Nope, those are sunglasses. I don't know what Squiggles is thinking, but those are clearly sunglasses. Anyway. That reminds me. Oh. The compression makes it look like a monobrow. I mean, that's probably your problem, because you're watching this over, like, a weird VPN that's reducing the quality to, like, potato quality. Oh, and there is actually a message. Hey there, be careful, you're in Rio de Janeiro, you have to stay alert. Okay. Oop, there we go. This guy loves... What? I win! Oh, so that's what Rio de Janeiro is like. What? So what was that? Why did that... Oh, there's a gold tape right there. Find out which is fish. Well, apparently it's 2 boxes on my screen. There we go. Is there more to this? Yes. Why? Alright, putting a marker down, because this is just bizarre, having a goalpost here. I assume it must be for, like, testing purposes. Because there's clearly a level here. Okay. Okay. Floating munchers and invisible, like, bullet bill spawners. Like, that's just kind of mean. What was this ranked? Standard, normal. There is nothing normal about this so far. I mean, also, if you wanted to use fish in a message, the fish emoji works. There was a period of time where Fiskbit really liked putting the fish emoji in things, and it just happens to have one of its Unicode characters corresponded to the fish thing. The fish glyph. Interesting. Nothing quite like seeing a dev block. Okay, I can stand there for a minute. But yeah, I ended up fixing it so that he could use that glyph later. And it would work with the system. You know, I'm getting this kind of vague feeling that I'm gonna have to go back and check to see whether or not this matches the Valley of Bowser sprite setup, because it kind of looks like it. Yeah, I kind of knew I wasn't gonna get out of that unscathed. Zero Nintendo fan. This looks really familiar. Guess we'll take it, but I don't think I'm gonna... Yeah, this is just literally that level in Bowser Valley. Son, I am disappointed. And a fish fountain. There's something up. Okay. That's a 4. I probably should have gotten on it. What was up there? Oh, no, no, no. What? Okay. Just gotta catch it. No. Double no. What's up, Big Brawler? How you doing? I've made a poor choice in what to have my first stream back from Japan be, but hey, here we are. Also, congratulations on becoming a hack helper. Yep. I didn't. But yeah, this is Rio de Janeiro, aka the level this is. The Valley of Bowser 4, or whatever it is, that has the number of platforms. I meant to jump. Ah, no! First one you decided moderate was rough. It happens. I remember the first one I did. It was like Marissa in Super Mario World, and boy did I have a lot of things I needed to note about that. Thank you, it's good to be back. Do like Japan, but I also like beds that are soft. Yeah, these were not spawning last time. Standard normal. Whatever. Wait, what? And this doesn't work. Nuts! This is more of like a troll hack so far than standard normal, I have to say. So many floating munchers. Not what I was expecting when I picked this up. Is there really no way of doing that? No! Bad fish. Okay. Wait, of course. No. Well, yeah, because the real gold tape was like the beginning of this level, and then I needed to play the rest of the level because I was confused. I guess. The first level was reasonable. This, I mean, this is plagiarized, because it's Valley of Bowser 4, or whatever that one is. Because I never remember any of the vanilla names anymore. But yeah, that's the thing about the standard section, is sometimes you end up with hacks that are basically nothing, and sometimes you end up with these... Not really sure what they were thinking when they made them kinds of hacks. But don't get me wrong, remix hacks can be kind of cool. Oh, I should have just stayed on that. But we're long past the era of let's just edit levels and submit them to SMW Central. Like, that's just not how we do things anymore. You have to make custom levels that are unique, and obviously not levels that I've seen before somewhere else. Admittedly, part of the problem is there's so many levels now, it's very difficult to know exactly if there is plagiarism. You know, I was just kind of banking on there being a fish there. The worst part is... Oh, it actually... They bothered counter-breaking. That's really odd. Why? What if this is built on, like, I wonder if this was built on a base ROM that includes counter-break. Because it's very odd that someone's first hack would use counter-break. Ah! Oh, okay, that was my fault. Which, of course, means I need to be looking carefully at the credits to see if they mentioned counter-break. Nope, sliding did not save me. Doesn't matter, I just need to get this. Okay, then I can jump this, jump that. Hit that block up there that I couldn't see. get hit by a fish. Which, yeah. What's Counterbrake? Counterbrake is a Uber ASM thing you use to prevent people from smuggling power-ups through levels. It's a way of renormalizing Mario to have a specific state. I believe, though not entirely sure, that I think World Peace made it for Jump. But yeah, it's one of those things that people started using a lot more frequently once it was available. So for instance, Quickie 1? Quickie 2? Doesn't, and there's a thing in the speed run. Alright, so we got past the fake gold tape, which doesn't work at all. I feel a bit cheated, in all honesty, that I had to do this twice. Yeah, gold tape doesn't work. Not even sure why. But okay, well, we beat the level, I guess. But now it's pretty common in Kaizo hacks to just not ever allow people to do that, to keep powers between levels. Okay. Apparently you ended up entering the wrong hill in the last stage. The owners of the hill are behind you. Jump and disappoint them. What? Okay. This slope looks familiar. Yeah, this is Vanilla Dome 2. With stuff I can't see. I'm kind of debating whether or not I want to stop now, because, like, this is so very early ROM hacking, right? Where you take a level, you make it marginally less fun, with the application of floating munchers. And random auto-scroll. I could check to see if there's an auto-scroll soft lock. 2010s? Exactly. They're coming faster, you idiot! May Carlinhos protect you. I don't know who Carlinhos is, but alright. What? Alright, so I wasn't supposed to do that. How many exits is this? 9 exits. And I've gotten 2. I need to stop doing that. But yeah, I feel like this kind of thing was much more in vogue earlier. I'd go even earlier than that, possibly. You know, like 2007, maybe. But this is not the kind of thing... Oh, great. Oh, problem solved. Not really the kind of thing SMW Central's looking for. Yeah, so I should drop down here to see what we can see. See what we can key. Damn it! Welcome back. Oh, thank you. What was the best food I had? I had a really good... stewed in a red wine sauce Wagyu. Or stewed Wagyu. It was just so good. At, the fancy isekai, at the fancy yakitori place. How you doing, Fries? It was quite good. Unfortunately, my buddy got food poisoning from going there. He picked the place, so marginally his fault, but I felt okay. He had a bad day. It was his last day in Tokyo, too, so he was not happy about it. It was a little bit odd. He was in Japan, not really intentionally. He was visiting his girlfriend's family in China, along with her, and because of visa reasons, he had to leave the country for a little bit. This is a common, like, vacation visa problem, I think, where you have to, like, leave a country for a few days before you can come back and renew your visa. And so he was like, well, where can I fly from here? Oh, I'll go to Japan. All right. So it was kind of funny to run into him. Not literally. Tokyo's too big to run into people. I also had a couple nice home-cooked meals. Can't see it. I'm beginning to wonder if there's like a dev block or two that's hidden somewhere just to mess with me. But it was interesting sort of the Japanese take on chili. Some homemade curry that was also pretty tasty. Had some really good pastries. In fact, it was like one of the last things I had before leaving Tokyo was we went to a pastry place. Are you kidding me? In Ikebukuro? I keep forgetting the name. But yeah, just really tasty. Very well made. It's one of those things about Japan, is like, even things you wouldn't expect to be really well done are frequently just very well done. There's also more than once we were like nuts to this on our trip when it came to food. So we were at the Hilton near Disney World. We weren't there for Disney World, though we did go to the Disney there. Disney Sea is in the ocean, what Mario's presently... Well, not Mario, this guy is presently involved in. Are you... No! Which was interesting, anyway. But yeah, we woke up, me and my sister, friends, and we're like, we're going to the lobby to go get breakfast. And we're thinking, oh yeah, we'll see what the breakfast at the place is like, you know. And, yeah. They wanted 4,200 yen, which is like 35 bucks. And we're like, no, no thank you. That was per head, too. Like, just, no, no thank you. So we went over to the Lawson, which was in the hotel, and got pastries and stuff and ate there. Or went to the cafe spot next to it. Both fine. But, like, I spent maybe 600 yen for breakfast there as opposed to 4,200. So, yeah. Did have pasta, too. It was actually really good. Wanted something that was a little less fishy. So, me and my sister got some Italian that was near one of the hotels. Never had pizza, though. Sad about that. Oh, Italian-style pizzas. Yeah, funny enough, someone else was telling me about how good pizza was in Tokyo. Like, oh, I can't throw away that item! Right, I forgot about that property, that I needed the P-switch. But I never got around to it. There were a couple of food-related things I was sad. I never went into the beef bowl place. Not because I'm thinking it'd be good, but because I rather did. Right, there's wall kicks, thank you. I keep forgetting about that property. Some hacks. Because I just don't try to avoid it. And none of the levels so far have been made with that particular property in mind. Oh, you enjoyed those? Ah, nice! Yeah, I wasn't sure if anyone was reading them, because I often wouldn't get any responses. But I think it was good for me to document it, so that in the event that I forget, I'll have at least some memory of it. External memory of it. Alright. Okay, well that's some cutoff. There. I have a feeling I'm gonna end up running into something really annoying in a moment. Of course! I needed the key! I need the key and the P-switch. Now let's have a power-up for the last part of the level. With RNG seeming bullet bills. Those are invisible. Huh? What? Did the same on Facebook. Yeah, for your trials back in the day. Yep. It was usually good, because I do it like the day before, but sometimes I'd forget. Alright, gotta go back to enjoying the water. I wanted to bet this goes to exactly the same spot. But at least the key area ends a little bit sooner. Yep, fake goal tape. It's very odd. My guess is hacker ran into an issue with the goal tape not working, and instead of figuring it out, they just decided, alright, that's good enough. Okay. Oh. That was good. It was good. I brought back way too many books and things. Had a lot of trouble. Getting my bag to close. So I was pretty happy when I managed to get it closed up and ready to take on the train to go to the airport. And then longest part of the check-in actually was dropping off my bag. I was surprised at how slow it was. But I dropped off my bag, and that was fine. And then I got to the gate. I had some time to putter around, so I puttered around for a little bit. Nuts. Alright, well, maybe wall kicks will work. You can't hold on to things when you're wall kicking, unfortunately. Where was I? Oh yeah, but so when I finally go to get on the plane, I got like a bulkhead seat, so I'm not worried about like getting my luggage, my check-in or my carry-on above in the bins above, because when you're in a bulkhead seat, they always reserve a little bit of space for you. And as I'm trying to do that, it goes beep, and I'm like, why is it beeping at me? And so the first flight attendant doesn't speak enough English to express it, so she gets the other one. It's like, oh yeah, did you check a bag? I'm like, ah, yes. It's like, oh, okay, you need to go over there and look at your bag. I'm like, okay, fine. So I go and look at the bag, and the lady's like, oh, do you have a battery in here or something? And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that stupid battery I brought and never used. So I have to take the battery out, which is a drag, and then I have to get the thing to zip back up, but it does not want to do that. So I got the battery out eventually and re-zipped it up and got on the plane and then sat there for like 8 hours. Which actually did bug me this time. On the way out, I was fine with it. On the way back, though, I was just tired. Didn't sleep, but just kind of wanted to be done with airplanes. And then I get to the United States. Like, customs, that'll take some time and all that. And, yeah. So I get there, and before customs, you have to walk a long, long way at SeaTac across a really nice bridge. Have a picture of the bridge, but there's my shadow's in it, so you guys aren't going to see it. No! Okay. Yay. I'm an idiot. So anyway, I get there. You gotta get your bags first before going to customs. So I find the correct luggage carousel. I stand there for a little bit, and eventually bags start coming. And I notice, conveniently, that my bag was the second one off. So here's your unethical life hacking tip. Put a battery in your bag so you can have your bag on last on the plane so it gets off first. I don't actually recommend doing this on purpose, because they probably will flag you as an idiot or something in the airline systems eventually, but... There goes the P-switch. Oh, it was still live! Dang it! But I thought it was funny. And convenient, like, I wasn't complaining. Snyder was already at the airport. So... Yeah, I was enough time in Japan for a bit. In all honesty, I was so looking forward to having a bed that was actually nice and soft to lie on. Spent the last few days in a Japanese apartment, which was actually kind of cool. Absolute bachelor pad, though. Basically, a friend of mine, he's got a son, a couple sons, but particular son, there we go, lives as an apartment really close by, and so I was sleeping at his place while he was sleeping at home because they have a little yappy dog. Very cute, but very yappy. And that dog just would not stop yapping at me. He's like, I want you to stay at my place, but it's just not going to work with the yappy dog, so we'll compromise. But yeah, absolute bachelor pad. Nothing on the walls. It's just nothing. But that's the thing, is like, if you don't actually live in a place like that, who cares? You're busy doing other things. You don't need a big apartment full of crap. So... except blackout curtains. I feel like every hotel and every place I slept in Japan had really good blackout curtains. Except I guess the hotel I had at Narita. That one didn't, but it was also the cheapest by a long shot. 40 whole dollary dues. At the point where you definitely can't complain. I mostly got it because you need to have... Okay, we're not going to do the same stupid thing I did last time. No, anything else we'll be doing stupidly will be done a different way. I think I'm home free. I forgot what I was talking about. Blackout curtains. Oh, Povo da Caverna. What does this mean? The cave people. Huh. A great carrier of the wheel is in this castle. The people of the cave entrusted her to guard it, but you, Xoxao, need her to defeat evil. Okay. What is this nonsense? This is not standard normal. This is like Kaizo circa 2010. How does this even happen? The worst part is the message box, really. Okay. Now we have a shell puzzle? Maybe? No, we're not losing that. I was hoping I'd get behind the scenes before that happened. Okay. Oh great, and these are RNG too. Possibly? So I need them to get up there. Is there going to be a midway? No, of course not. We have abandoned all pretense of this being standard normal, by the way. I got lucky. Dang it. Say that part is my least favorite part. Wait, you can't even go behind the scenes with this? Like, it's actually busted? It is why would you do this? Okay. I'm just looking at these and thinking they look like bread rolls. But it occurs to me, I don't think you can actually kill one like that. Oh, right. I could have just wall jumped. Ugh. Alright, there's some just garbage up there. The marker for the garbage up there. Also, this is another area that's plagiarized. This is Ludwig's castle. Okay, admittedly that was at least different. Oh yeah, I should put a marker down for the plagiarism. Do I... What position do I want this in? Oh. Damn, Xoxao, you turned off the light. But don't worry, the door is right ahead. We can still get there to borrow the wheel. I'm not convinced that that's working correctly. Let's see what happens if I let this go all the way down. I don't think there should be any actual repercussions. Gonna jump on top? Nope. Guess the repercussion is I have to wait. That's a lot of those. Crap. Ah, double hit. No! A. Oh, wait. Oh, God! I think I definitively say I don't think I like this hack very much. Bit of an over-reliance on RNG things. Can you? No, you can't get out of a spin jump in that way, okay. They can retract, though. I like how they gave me good advice. Okay. We got the cape. Oh! No! That message box. And the subsequent drop. I didn't... Okay. I'm trying to think if I can, like, dupe that. Would it do me any good? I don't think it would. Anyway, I got distracted. I hate it when that doesn't work. When you're like, I'm just gonna try to cape it. And it does not actually. The nice thing about failing that badly is I can just run through it now. And in all honesty, in this section, I'm more likely to just die straight up. No! Oh. How can he keep smiling when he keeps running into death this way? Well, that was cool. None of that was expected. No. Okay, that should not have worked. And it did. We've learned something about something. Okay. There we go. Did I try that? I did. No, that's gonna make this next part harder. What? You know, my odds aren't good, but... Okay, don't do that. I think what bugs me is I can't develop any muscle memory there because it immediately throws you into the message box that you have to clear. Oh, there's something up there that prevented me from going to the right. There we go. I'm playing stupid. Alright. Other cool things. What other cool things did I do? I came back with a non-trivial number of CDs, which I was pretty happy with. Turns out that Zune still sells copies of Toho. Physical copies. And so I actually got a few of the earlier ones. Well, when I say earlier, I don't mean like PC-88 ones. But like the ones that run on Windows 95. I'm not... It's a bit disappointing because I thought Phantasmagoria Flower View might work on 98. I probably could if I was willing to install like the kernel extension stuff. Has Counterbreak, does not have double hit patch. But alas, it says 2000 on the box and I'm not willing to mangle my installation further. The USB stacks already made it a little less reliable, unfortunately. But yeah, the place I found those was actually kind of interesting. It was in the basement of an arcade called Hey, which had a lot of good stuff. I forgot that other box contains another shell in case I needed a second shell. But yeah, I found that there was a bookstore in the basement, and I was kind of like, oh, that's cool. Until I spent a minute walking past a few more shelves. I'm like, ah, it's this kind of bookstore. Then I walked past a few more shelves and realized, oh, this actually has other stuff too. Lived up to its name. It was a Melon Books. Yeah, that's like interesting stuff there in terms of like fan-made objects, but unfortunately, that specific Melon book skewed very much towards just being a pornography store. At least had most of it. There was a different one I visited that was entirely, pretty much. It was acrylics and pornography, which wasn't really what I was looking for. Went to a third Melon Books. This one was up in Niigata. And that one was much nicer in the sense that it had a lot of things that were not pornography. And the pornography was a lot less near the things I was interested in looking at. Jesus Christ, there. There we go. Yes, one thing in Japan you can always assume there'll be is just places to buy stuff. That's not good. I really hate the way this is set up. Also hate the way that's set up. I'm beginning to wonder if this was ever tested outside of using save states. Guess this is also technically cut off, but it looks okay. Come on. Just don't trust any of this. Okay. I mean, I can go in with a second cape, but it's not going to matter because of how this level works. And the fact that counter break has been applied. Okay. I thought it was shorter. I should have gone with the other one. Wonder if this will even have a midway. Not feeling optimistic. Okay. No, I just thought standard normal, 9 exit hack, chill. This hack abandoned its chill in its first level. Okay, so now... Not sure why I went with this. But it worked well enough. Okay. Really wish there was like one more tile of space. I don't know what I was looking at. Yeah, I definitely feel like this was all save stated all the way down. What? How did I never... No! Why? Yeah, I guess I'll put a marker down for that, I guess. The shell thing is something I knew about, bizarrely enough. One of OEO's hacks, the good old days, used that as a mechanic. I know that's a vanilla problem, not related to this hack, but the fact that it goes back to the beginning, it's a little bit mean. There we go. Not really sure why you'd ever want that, but... You know, actually getting the second feather turned out to be a really smart move. No! Maybe I should try the other level, see if it annoys me more. Okay. Just gotta take a moment and relax. Sit right there. See how became the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, etc. The thing is, whenever someone makes their first hack, you just never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes you get like a hack equivalent of a bowl of oatmeal. Not like really good oatmeal either, not like steel cut oats with like ice cream and fruit and stuff, but like Quaker mush. Not even with like the bonus of like maple syrup and stuff. No, I hate that obstacle. The worst part is 90% of it's me just faking myself out. Yeah, standard, normal. Standard is when you spend a lot of time jumping on saws over pits. Very standard, normal. But yeah. Also one of those things that weirds me out. When people make screenshots of their hacks, they always like want to include a picture of the overworld. I don't know why. Like, unless your overworld is absolutely, like, stunning, I don't know why I'd care. Like, if I'm looking at a hack to play, I'm gonna, like, want to see the stages you've made, not the overworld. The title screen, especially if you haven't modified it. Like, it's nice to have, to see the title screen and all, but I cannot believe I cannot get past that obstacle anymore without getting a hit. Not that it matters in my current level of strategy, but still. No! I'm vaguely tempted to turn on swimming just to see how much further we need to go. Alright, well, just need to not get hit the next one. Honestly, I think I would not be anywhere near as annoyed as I am right now if it wasn't for the message box at the very beginning of the level. Take an awful lot of other things in stride, but that message box is legitimately annoying me. Mostly because the thing you have to do is oddly precise immediately thereafter. This area is not very bad. There's a bad, but, you know, it's just Ludwig's castle. Without the ability to jump out of it, which makes it so much more fun. Yeah, that's what I've been wanting. There we go. No! I love RNG bullet bills. They're my favorite thing. Beat it down that time. Gonna be honest, if I could disable generators for all of SMW, I might. I just don't think they're very good. Also, the double hit patch would be mandatory. Okay. Just need to not get hit this time, with any luck. I wall clipped there. Please, please, please. Okay. Cool. At least have some recourse if I get a little bit unlucky. Oh look, more floating munchers. Okay, floating munchers. I also don't know if I'm racing. I'm not racing it yet. But wait, there's more! And no midway. What do we have to face? Just Ludwig? What is this? It's Ludwig. Oh. What's up, Desi? Good timing for that. I'm not sure what I'm looking at now. I thank you for the 47 months. Hope you're doing well. Trying to focus because there's no midway in that last level. I think it's a car. I think it's Lightning McQueen or something. Yeah, it was you. You changed the color. It's fine. I'll live. It's not the hack's problem. It's mine. There we go. Oh, that level took way too long. Thankfully, it only has one exit, as far as I know. See, your last name's on me. Of course. Uga Luigi. Honk. Have these been good? I've been in Japan for like a month. I just got back the other day, and now I need to type a bunch of stuff into this. Rhoda... Portador... Elisa... It was good! Oh, Povo da Caverna... Rabalhau... Emmaus Paratila... Mas Vamos Logo... Oh, wait, what? No! How did I even do that? I opened the history button on accident. Rexiamos Descorbertur Quem Raptu O Mestrir Carlin. There we go. We got Melissa Carrier Wheel. The cave people worked too hard to have it, but let's go now. We need to find who kidnapped Master Carlinos. Alright. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Did a lot of things. There's no edge off of that. Weird. Guess that was just for plot reasons. But it's also good to be back. Like I've been saying, I like having a bed that has softness. Japan also is enamored with pillows that have rice bran in them for some reason. You know, I wasn't expecting it to actually lead to a real level. Alright, I can use the regular translation for that. Wow, this looks like heaven. Is there bread there? Look, a horse! Apparently it's Master Alpio's childhood horse. Alright. I have to say my horse, I think he might in fact look a bit stupid. I guess this was the second exit. You get the horse, and you get the exit. Sometimes, with some hacks, you just really don't know what you're going to end up with. Except you're not going to end up hitting the goal tape. What is with this hack and not wanting to use goal tapes? I don't know. And of course, we don't get to keep the horse, which is always disappointing. But yeah, no, went around, did a lot of things, went to such far-flung parts. Oh god. A lot going on up there. Go that way? No. Went to Osaka, went to Hiroshima for one day. Just the day trip from Osaka, because it's not actually that far away. Half of the group, because I went with my sister's friends, half of them went to the Bomb Museum, whereas we went to the Contemporary Art Museum, because I remember there being an excellent Contemporary Art Museum there. And I was right, there was. Turned out to be great for them, because they really liked the exhibit there, which was the costumes that this idol group, Perfume, wore for various music videos and tours and stuff, and the two that came with me, being cosplay geeks, really loved looking at all of the stitching. Going, wow, look at this, and this particular type of fabric that's made of plastic that I don't know anything about. Stuff like that. I said at one point in time, yeah, I really like the boob shroud on this. And they're like, no, it has a particular name. And I'm like, I'm not going to remember that. There we go. Oh, I got lucky. Oh, right, I have wall jump. I don't need to try and... Okay. Can I get out of a wall jump with a spin? I don't think I can. Yeah, it was also good. I met up with someone I hadn't seen in like 10 years. Around 10 years. That was actually pretty cool. Hung out with him for a while. Especially near the end of the trip. I had an excuse to actually install Line and use it. Which is, it's interesting. Line is like the Japanese WhatsApp. I don't know how I'm supposed to get up there. But it's the preferred way of doing communications over there, and so that's what I used. Pretty much just to talk to him, though, because for the most part it didn't matter otherwise. Sister and her friends like to use Signal for these types of trips. Which was weird to me, because I'm like, you guys use Discord to organize this, and you use Signal. And that was a whole lengthy explanation. I think I need a cape? I'm not sure if I can do this with the setup I've been given. But I bring the Yoshi back. No, even if I did, I'd have to lose him right here. But I guess I never tried going back to the pipe. Yeah, no dice. Even when I start select, I won't have Yoshi. Dude. Okay. Yeah, I also got to do a few things that were a bit off the beaten path. I went to the Municipal Water Museum of Tokyo, which was surprisingly good, in all honesty. Wasn't expecting it to be awesome, but it was actually pretty good, and the price was right. It was free. I may have a better idea of how to handle that, my issue of a lack of elevation now. Then again... Okay, well, now I guess we're doing this. Can I do this? Never mind, problem solved. This surely wasn't what they meant for me to do, but we'll do it this way anyway. You could soft lock yourself and... No, not really. You could, but it'd be really silly. No! I have a little bit of bad luck at times. Still like this level more than the last one, though. I also went to a telephone museum about the adoption of cell phones in Japan, which was pretty interesting. The guy there gave me, like, a translated Google, like... That was it. There's a fire flower in there. Oh, I've done a poor job here. Where was I? Yeah, that tried to be really good. I just happened to be walking past from another museum and was like, yeah, this could be good. Also took me to an unexpected location. It's a very nice little park, which had this interesting art installation. Which looked like a box of crayons, or colored pencils, really. I'm like, oh, this must be, like, part of a sort of industry thing. Nope. It was a bizarre... It was a monument for the victims of the firebombing of Tokyo. Which is not what I was expecting when I saw a bunch of colored pencils. Nice park, though. I'm running into small issues. Nope, nope. Come on. There we go. Take my mushroom. Go home. Also went to a sword museum that day. Turns out, swords get really boring after you look at about 20 of them. I think I did that last time, the same way. Okay, here's what I think this should do. It should take me to the horse area. Yeah, okay. So that pipe down there was a mistake. Let's put a marker there, because you shouldn't take me to two different places via two different pipes. I thought that first thing was a bit too easy. Well, the best museum of that day might have been the Japanese Postal Museum. That was pretty good. They had a nice set of hats. Different hats that they wore throughout the different periods that I actually really enjoyed. Including an absolutely beautiful kind of straw sun hat. I'm like, that's just perfect. If I was delivering mail in Tokyo, that's what I would want to wear. There we go. He said as he threw the cloud away. No part of that was what I meant to do, but he's gonna come back. You know, it's just how they work. Also went to a museum the same day. It was about the woodcuts. Especially the famous woodcut that you all have seen. The wave with Fuji. Learned about woodcuts in general, because I just didn't know much about them. I need him to respawn. You know, sometimes you just can't get rid of Lakitu, other times you just can't keep him. Guess we'll come back out and go back in. But yeah, that was actually a really good museum. I was vaguely tempted to buy my father a wooden postcard. Until I saw a note that said, please do not try to send these through the mail system. Put them in a normal envelope and address them. At which point my interest is completely gone. Because what's the fun of a wooden postcard if you can't send it through the post? Just so pointless. Yeah, I guess we should get the garbage in the sky here. I'm gonna need that back. Of course, it's the only one that there's still a critter in. Curiouser and curiouser. Of course. Where is this gonna take me? Some countries have restrictions of customs with wooden objects. Interesting. My guess was just that, like, you needed to put more postage on it. Myrrh. Homer. Oh, for Pete's sake, I'm back at the horse. Oh yeah, I guess that would make sense. I mean, you certainly have issues of, like, you don't want to like, get certain woodborne diseases from trees to spread, because there's definitely ones you just don't want. Like American chestnuts have had a blight problem for many, many years. Like, colonial times issues. One of the reasons we don't really do blackcurrants here in America is because I want to say they cause blackcurrants often carry something that causes oak blight or something. I forget the exact detail. Okay. Guess I could also do this. So, is there another way out of this, or is it just that way up? I'm not going to balloon. You know, of all the things that could have happened, Turning into a water level really wasn't on my bingo card. This is a bit inexplicable, but okay. Suddenly Tetris pieces. Did play some Tetris. Some of the arcades. It was a good arcade that had TGMs. I think all 3 of them. Now there's 4 of them, I suppose, but I don't know if they actually made the 4th one into an arcade machine. Ah, I see my problem now. Played some Death Smiles there, because I like Death Smiles. And they had a Death Smiles machine. She played well enough to get a high score for the day, but it wasn't a very good high score, because apparently nobody actually plays Death Smiles. At least nobody plays it at, like, 10 a.m. Hype? Nope. Okay. Poor dolphin. He's missing his tail. Just a whale to jump out of his tail. Go the other way first before I one-way myself. What? Guess this is to make you do this. Yep. Level has 6 dragon coins. Definitely got enough here to get the 1-up. Not that it matters. Guess we're gonna find out if they added reset tempo. It's instances like this that make me think that this wasn't tested outside of save states. It's like, I legitimately do not know if I have time enough to beat the level. What? Okay, didn't see that coming. What does it say? Hi, Xoxao, it's me, Mary. Man, if I were you, I wouldn't continue. Up there's a guy who hates Peak, and in front, there's that. Well, the Kirby boss is not terribly dangerous. Especially when he's missing half of himself. Yep, goodbye, Kirby. Spawns Koopas now? Yeah, I've never seen that before, bizarrely enough. But we beat the level. And that's what matters. Tempo was not reset. Also didn't let me save. Weird. See if the tempo's going to be high for everything now. Yep. We speedy now. Alright, what's to say? The stage is not finished, but enjoy the boss of the guy who doesn't like peak gaming. It's happened to you when doing hacks? Yeah. It's a common problem with custom music. Yeah. Like this marginally more than the last time I encountered this boss. Alright, cool. Hey, that was free. And Toho! Oh boy, am I typing. I got a wheel. Robonic. Arrow. Most major hater. Do peak gaming. E agora pegamos mas uma roda dos homens da caverna que trabalharam o ito por tanto poder locomotivo. We defeated the major hater of peak gaming. And now we get another wheel from the cavemen who worked so hard for locomotive power. Yeah, after the Toho exit thing, I was thinking that about jingles. So every stop has a specific jingle in Japan on the train, and there's one for Tokyo on the Yamanote line, which is the big circle line, one of them. And it would be perfect as an end-of-level jingle. But it has no name. It's literally unnamed. It has like a serial number. Don't know why, but I don't trust this level. Something about the background. Shouldn't have trusted it. What's over here? Nothing. Do you love it when a level just makes you go through something that has no purpose? Oh wait. Am I a moron? Nope. I successfully did it. And as a result, we were able to excavate it. And I went to the Star Wars Fan Festival thing in Tokyo. One of the main reasons my sister and her friends wanted to go. Bizarrely, despite being in Tokyo, it felt oddly small. Compared to, say, PAX or something. I got lucky with that. Oh. Please, 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 please. Oh, that's fine too. We'll just go on. There are a great number of distractions. Or I could just do that. That works too. This level's just kind of weird. Things were getting weird over there. They're getting weird over here too. But yeah, like, the fundamental issue for me is, like, I just don't care that much about the modern Star Wars stuff. Like, a lot of the things they were very excited about, like, I'm just like, okay, that's fine. What was weird, they didn't really have any, like, game stuff, like, at all. Why do I have a feeling I've seen this background in a different hack? Probably because I've seen this background in a different hack. I feel I should know which one it was, though. Pick the alleged one up. That's a spike. Like, we've just changed genres here. And I'm almost out of time. Oh, right. Maybe you can't do that. Big money, no whammies. Horse! No! Well, so much for that. What does this hack have against midways? Especially on a level as long and tedious as this one. Like, it's a long-ass auto-scroller. Also reminds me, I still need to reject that German hack. I never got around to doing it, and then I went to Japan and forgot to do it there, too. Alright. Save. But yeah... I feel like I was meant to kick that, as opposed to kick it away. Alright, let's go with the next one. It's one of those, like, you feel like you did a lot, but at the same time you don't feel you did enough or as much. But I managed to do most of the things I wanted to do when I was in Japan. One that was on my really high list of things I wanted to do was go to, like, an indie game fest thing. They happen periodically. There's a YouTuber I watch who's Japanese and goes to them, and I liked seeing his reports. So I was, you know, I wanted to find one. I was going to message him to see if, like, I could get that information out of him, but apparently you can't PM people on Twitter without having a check mark. Except I definitely messaged someone else on Twitter whom did not have a check mark. And it was cool with it then, so I don't know. Remind you of the King of the Hill episode? I saw a little bit of that, where, like, they were unhappy with how they were treated, and, like, they had a really small hotel room, and it turns out that that was just the entryway, and they never noticed that they had a whole hotel room behind it. Okay, be very careful, Xoxao. The biggest hater of Tom and Jerry on SNES, is right behind this door. Kahilo will protect you. I'd have to be small to go through the door, because the game doesn't like me. NF. Newfoundland, perhaps? Near field communication? I don't know who NF could be in this context. Maybe it will tell me. But yeah, I found one up in Niigata, so instead of going to the Star Wars thing on Sunday, I took a train up there Saturday night. And made my way over. Which is pretty cool, but anytime I told someone I went to Niigata, they just look at me confused. To be fair, one of the few people I talked to there, old guy, told him, oh yeah, no, Japan's very beautiful. He's like, yeah, but here? Not so much. Very odd statement, but... Do I get a midway? Hooray, midway! Of course, it doesn't make me big. You can at least test the midway. It was cool. I got to play some PC98 things on PC98. I bought some books. There was a guy who was selling, like, SNES CDs, but he was never at his booth, so I never got to talk to him. But one time I went up to try and talk to him, there was a guy from the PC98 booth. Is it Bernie Sanders? Who am I looking at here? Maybe this is like a Brazilian thing. But I have no idea who this guy is. Yeah, I was thinking I might do a stream about that. Just play some of the games if they have demos. There's at least one where I'm like, if there was a demo, I would play this on stream. But since there isn't, I don't know if I want to pay money. I don't know who that is. This is Cavados, which I think means apples. Alright, this is the phase. No, Cavados isn't apples. I think Cavados is a region, right? It's a type of cider, or a type of apple spirit. I know that much. But that's probably not the relevant thing. I got lucky there. I shouldn't have jumped on that. Does also remind me of the Simpsons episode. There's a bit where Homer and Bart get arrested for being jackasses. I forget what they did. And then once they're in jail, Marge bails him out. He's like, hey, we had to be at a stupid kabuki play, and I wanted to be this guy, but someone else was. And it's a very odd statement. Made me realize I basically know nothing about kabuki at all that I haven't learned from Gaki no Tsukai, which is not a reliable source. I like Gaki no Tsukai, but basically all I know about kabuki has to do with how the stagehands dress, which is not a useful bit of information. Alright, we beat him. What do we get for this? We get Wario, I guess? Probably should have done that. There we go. We get a man with a beard. He thumbs ups. Oh god, I probably have to type really fast now. Xoxao derota sid mor ira resgata mestri, and I can't do the rest. Flip it. Alright. Let's see what it says. Aww. Carlinhos e agora os dias Valvera Skibbity Toilet. I regret doing this. I assume that sounds like for playing? Some garbage up there. I can't pause it. There's some garbage up there. Thank you for playing. I guess that's the creator. There's some people who did things. Are these... like, those are protagonists. Okay. Something... There's no sprites. People made sprites. Okay. I think. I don't know. I can't type fast enough to bother with trying to translate these. Odd, weird. I don't recognize any of these names. Maxwell. Oh, this is probably thanking some Brazilian hackers whose names I don't recognize so much, but I know Maxwell. Xoxao. Okay. This makes more sense. Rhoda. Rhoda. Oh, I didn't finish reading that. Xoxao defeats Sid Moria, rescues Master Carlinhos, and now the two will watch Skibbity Toilet. That was what it said. Kind of regret bothering to translate it now, because the Skibbity Toilet bit. But what can you do? Do we get special anything here? Something I didn't get. I didn't successfully get another OEM cable. I might be justified in acquiring another one. I could have gotten an OEM AV Famicom cable, which could have been cool, but I didn't. Because I don't need it. Oh god, his eyes! Why is he doing that? Is this the same? This looks like it'll be the same. Guess we'll let it play out, and then reset and see if we have the right number of exits, because I'm really not sure. But yeah... Mr. T, maybe? I don't know who the Flying Hammer Bro is supposed to be. I did appreciate some of the sprite work. I'm glad that... Did we figure out who we defeated? Sid Moria. Can I learn who Sid Moria is? A Brazilian journalist. We defeated a Brazilian journalist. That's definitely him. He looks vaguely like Bernie Sanders. Which is to say he looks like an old white guy. And has really bushy eyebrows, just like Bernie Sanders. Random fun fact of the day, the Bernie fandom is still alive and kicking. Who could have known? How you doing, Steven? Hopefully that didn't break everything, doing that right there. Oh, the brony. Yeah, that makes more sense. Let's talk about Bernie Sanders. You can see where the confusion got in. Why does this guy have a beef with this journalist? He's been dead for 2 years. Well, at least 1 year. I don't know how to read dates. What is October? I guess not. Less than a year. Huh. I mean, it'd be like having a hack where you kill Dan Rather. A bit odd. I mean, like, I don't have that much of a beef against Dan Rather, but I guess if you wanted to, I don't know. Just weird. How am I? Good. Bit jet lagged, kind of. One of the reasons why this stream started kind of early was I'm worried I'll fall asleep at some point. Reminds you of Panga and Foss? Like the picture, or like Mecha Koopas? These look like Spider-Man to me. I don't think it's Spider-Man, but he looks like Spider-Man. And then Sir not appearing in these films. Guess all of them are this little girl. I'm not really sure what was going on with this. It had a plot, but I couldn't follow it. Alright, let's see if we have the appropriate number of things. Basket, exactly. It says 9. So that's all good. Except I didn't want that. I wanted to see if the demo works correctly, because that was like the last thing I need to check. And of course, can't really go wrong with a little bit of Portal music. Was this a Space Jam themed hack? No. That would be less confusing. This was a Brazilian themed hack, I think. I want to say that this person was doing some like shout-outs to people in the Brazilian community. The only one I recognized was Maxwell, who usually I see as Maxwell Hacks. But like the whole credit sequence was in Portuguese, and so I don't really know. I would totally play a Space Jam themed hack. I played Space Jam, the pinball machine in Osaka at Silver Ball Planet, which was awesome. Yeah, exactly. Brazilian hacks tend to be a bit strange, in all honesty. Maxwell Hacks' ones are really good, though. Like, his Zelda one is really good. But I absolutely love the... Oh, what was it? The trailer he made that was put on a VHS tape. Is Quattro Megas! Stuff like that. It's really good. But yeah, the Space Jam machine played pretty well, except for the vertical up kicker that made it really easy to get multi-ball. So I got multi-ball. Anyway, yeah, probably going to need to reject this hack because of the various plagiarism and other issues. About 20 markers, some of which I gave up on noting down, like the floating munchers and cutoff in a few places. But the biggest problem really is just the plagiarism. Like, several levels are taken kind of wholesale from the original game, and that's not something we really cottoned to at SMW Central. Like, in 2010, maybe that would have been okay, but that's not really acceptable nowadays. Like, the whole levels must be original thing, I'll be honest, I've bent the rules for this a few times. I want to say it was a Bandicoot hack, where literally it had 105, you know, Yoshi's Island 1, in the hack, but it was done as part of a gag, and that was funny. So, you know, but in this case, it's like I could tell the exact levels. I could tell that that was a modified version of Bowser's Valley 4, or whatever that one is, or Donut, not Donut, Vanilla Dome 2. So, like, when I can easily tell that you've used a level from the original, that's not okay, is really what I'm trying to say. It's got to at least be a little more dressed up than that, I guess.